Hello there everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited because today will be a July haul video. Technically, most of these mangas that I got were in June. Since I'm filming this in July, I'm just gonna consider this a July haul. And then there's one book that I won from a Goodreads giveaway, and that was like later in May. I'm so excited to talk about that book because I always am signing up for any Goodreads giveaway for the books that I really want to read. I won this one and I'm just whoa, that's so rare. So I have two piles in front of me, and so I'm gonna be starting with my first pile. And this manga I got on eBay, and so recently I've been buying some mangas on eBay, some on Pango Book, rather than just defaulting to Amazon. I have been collecting also from thrifted books, but eBay has been such I feel like it opened up my world to manga buying, because the amount of deals that I see on there, I'm oh my gosh, is this place real? Is this place real? This feels like a playground to me, So yeah, I've seen this manga everywhere, and I've seen everyone, I haven't seen really people talk about it. I've just seen people post this manga per se, and say maybe a couple of things about it, but there's been a few people here and there that I watched that really talk about how much they love this manga series, and that is Dreaming Sun. This one has 10 volumes, so I am so excited to collect all of them. I have volume 1 here to start it off, and I'll just read the back. It basically says, Tamiko Shimana feels out of place in her own home. Her mother is dead, and her father and stepmom only seem to care about Shimana's 6-month-old baby brother. When Shimana decides to skip school and runs away to a nearby park, she stumbles upon a mysterious man in a kimono. The stranger, Fujiwara Taiga, offers Shimana a place to stay on 3 conditions. The first condition is that Shimana must tell him why she ran away from home. The second is that she must retrieve his missing house key. The third condition is to have a dream and fall in love. Shimana's never been in love or had a dream of her own, but to secure her own apartment, she's willing to try. So that sounds really interesting. Again, the first couple of pages that I read of it were really funny. I'm not gonna read it yet until I have it all. So yeah, I'm just excited to collect them all and then start reading it. It just seems so good and so funny. This was $6, and I was yes, I got it. And it's new, you can see, really good condition. It's just absolutely. The next 3 manga volumes that I have are to complete a series that I have. Technically, the series isn't totally complete because I don't have volume 1 to 8, and then I don't have some of the 20s and the teens of the manga series. I'm looking at my shelf because I have them there. And that series is Slam Dunk. You already know, as soon as I finished that anime, I'm I have to continue on reading. I didn't want to read online because it seemed there was just, I don't know, I wanted the physical book. I just wanted to really get the actual ending of the story and see how it ends and how it all ties in together. So I think I stopped reading, I think it's at volume 24 or 25, and now I have 29. So this is volume 29 of Slam Dunk. So cool. Our boys are back. I always say this when I'm showing any Slam Dunk volume, the boys are back. The boys are back. And okay, I have volume now 30. Oh my gosh, I love the sky and the birds behind him, so beautiful. So this is 30. And then I have volume 31. 31 looks so interesting. Look, okay, so technically it's this, right? But when you flip it over, it's a group picture. Isn't that so cute? Yeah, I'm so excited just to complete this. I have the completed series, or at least picking up from the manga, I have the second half of the series completed. I just need to complete the first half, so I have the whole series. I can finally binge the series till the end, and so I'm really excited to see that. But I'm also a bit nervous because I have seen some people online say that the ending of Slam Dunk wasn't that great or wasn't that satisfying. So I don't know, if you have already read Slam Dunk and you've read the whole series, let me know your thoughts on how it ends without spoiling it. But yeah, let me know. The next set of mangas is actually a completed series. So I got the series completed, and I got this from Pango Books, new. All of them new. Excellent condition. I mean, you would have thought I got it from Barnes and Nobles or something, just absolutely completely new. And that manga series is Yurara. I actually, how did I run into this? There was like a couple of days where I was just literally looking for like new mangas to read, and I was just going through like a rabbit hole of looking this and looking that and looking this and looking that, and it was mainly like older manga series. And I saw this one and I read a couple of the pages online and I was like, this is really good. I like it, like, you know. And also I think this was the same time I started watching Kami-sama Kiss. I finished that. Absolutely amazing anime. I plan to continue on reading the manga. So good. So I was kind of like, you know, I was really into that anime and I was like, man, I want to read a manga that's sort of like that, like just fantasy, like, spirits and like, you know, just gods and demons and that kind of thing. So I saw this and this is pretty like close to that. So basically it says there are two sides to every ghost story. Yurara Tsukinowa is a quiet girl who can see spirits and sense their emotions. Not wanting to seem abnormal, she hides her secret until she meets Mei Tendo and Yako Hoshino, two guys who use their spiritual powers to ward off vengeful spirits. The dormant guardian spirit in Yurara arises, and a strong-willed beauty with the power to release souls emerge. On Yurara's first day of high school, she finds her assigned seat is occupied by a ghost. Mei and Yako cannot banish the spirit, and Yurara's other self is released. So that's how it starts. It's really good, at least the first couple of pages that I read. So this is volume 1. It's so cute. And it's so beautiful too. Like, oh my gosh. Again, new, like literally brand new. So this is now volume 2. It's like a little bit of a, but it's okay. Volume 2. Yeah. So volume 2. Look at that. Cute. Again, literally like new. Then we have volume 3. Oh my gosh, look at this. These are so freaking, like, something about like older mangas, they just hit different. Like the art style and everything, like something just hits different. So yeah, this is volume 4. Yes, so cute. And then we have the final volume, volume 5. This was really easy to collect, to be honest. The seller had all 5 volumes, so yep. And as you can see, final volume. So yeah, that is Yurara. There's 2 other series that are like tied into this story. So one of them is called Is it Rasetsu? Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name, but I'll put it up here. Rasetsu. That one I want to collect. And then there's Yurakimias. Oh my god. I'll put the names of both of the series on the screen. Those 2 I want to collect because I think they're tied into this series, or they're like adjacent to it, or I don't know. But like I know they're connected somehow. So I want to get those as well, and I want to collect them and then like also read them too. I feel like this Yurara would be a good series to read like during like October, like September, like during like the like kind of spooky season, like the fall. I don't know, it's just giving me fall vibes. So like I think I might wait until like around that time to read this series. So excited. It looks, all the volumes look so beautiful. The covers are amazing. The story seems really great and I'm really excited to read them. The next series that I have is a one-shot and it's called Home Office Romance. This is by the same creator of Sweat and Soap, and I actually started reading Sweat and Soap because I was just bored and it was really cute. I mean, it is kind of leaning in towards like the smut type of genre, but it's not so heavy on the smut. It's pretty light and there's a lot of like wholesome like just moments between like the couple. I was like, okay, I'm kind of vibing with it. I'm still stuck on like volume 4 because I'm reading another series. So far I've been liking Sweat and Soap. Like I feel like I could really relate to like the main character, like in terms of like, you know, with being so conscious of like your body. But yeah, so I got this one shot by the same creator of Sweat and Soap. I was just like so intrigued by Sweat and Soap's like art style. Like I thought it was just so cute, and like again, that story in and of itself was really good. So I was like, okay, I know there's a one shot, I want to give it a try. And so I have it, and I know this is like, yeah, this was like related to like, you know, the whole like 2020 like pandemic. Yeah, I'm really excited to read this. Again, I read the samples online and I was like, seems really good. It's just like, you know, or it has the same sort of vibe of Sweat and Soap, you know, the art style and everything. So yeah, I can't wait to read it. And I like that it's a one shot, so like I can just read it and then that's that. This cover is so cute. Like it has been like literally calling me ever since I laid my eyes on it. So yeah, and the back is so cute. Look at all these little trinkets. So yeah, excited to read that. The next manga that I have here is, so I saw the anime online and I was really wanting to watch it, but then I saw that it was only 11 episodes, and then when I looked online, the series has 9 volumes, so I'm like, they definitely did not capture 9 volumes in 11 episodes. I know that for a fact. So I'm like, okay, you know what, I think I'm better off just reading the manga first, like completed, and then watching the anime to kind of just like, you know, piggyback off of what I just read. And that is Princess Jellyfish, and I've heard so many good things about this. Like, everyone who literally talks about this series just loves it, so I'm like, okay, you know what, I need to get on it. I don't know, like everything, the premise of it, just, well, not the premise, but just I guess the vibe of this manga reminds me of like Nana and like just every other like josei type of manga. And I know this is like, I think probably like the josei manga, so I'll just read the back of it. It basically says, Tsukimi Urashita has a strange fascination with jellyfish. She's loved them from a young age and has carried that love with her to her new life in the big city of Tokyo. There she resides in Amamizukan, a safe haven for girl geeks who regularly gush over a range of things from trains to Japanese dolls. However, a chance meeting at a pet shop has Tsukimi crossing paths with one of the things that the residents of Amamizukan have been desperately trying to avoid, a beautiful and fashionable woman. But there's much more to this woman than her trendy clothes. This odd encounter is only the beginning of a new and unexpected path for Tsukimi and her friend. So yeah, that sounds very interesting. Again, the cover, this is so beautiful. Like, I just think it's so cute, and yeah, it's just so cute. And I actually never, like, I knew that, okay, it was about like a girl moving in with like these other girls, but I didn't know it was like other like geek girls. So that's gonna be really fun. Trains and Japanese dolls, like, yes, hell yeah, we got girls obsessing over things. And yeah, I love that. And so this one has 9 volumes. I plan on, again, like collecting them all first before reading them, and then I'll watch the anime. So another one shot. This one, I read the premise of it and I was like, you know what, this is, I feel like I'm gonna relate to this so hard. And I have heard a lot of things about manga in particular being really relatable for those in like their early 20s, or just in your 20s in general, or even just any adult in general. Solanin, I hope I'm saying the name right, but this one's basically about a girl. She's a recent college graduate and she doesn't like her job. She has a boyfriend who's at her apartment. He's a freelance illustrator, but he doesn't pay enough for the rent. Her parents keep sending boxes of vegetables to her fridge, and she's just basically struggling with life and trying to figure out who she is and just like figure out what she wants to do with her life and all that kind of thing. So it seemed really interesting, and I think there's an epilogue or an epilogue that also was released, I think this year too as well. I might get that if I really like this, but yeah, I was just intrigued by like the plot of the story, and I just think it's like, again, really interesting, and like I really hope to like gain some sort of knowledge, you know, just of like, you know, being again in your 20s and whatnot, and trying to figuring out like where you want to take your life and what you want to do with your life. So yeah, this is, oh, let me not cover, yeah, so this is the front. Again, I got this on Pango Books. I can't remember the price, but it was definitely below like $10. So freaking cute, and it's again like new. And this one is a really interesting, like, it's not like paper, I mean it is paper, but it's like soft hard paper, if that makes sense. Like this one's paper, like flimsy, right? And then this one's like, I don't know, like I guess because it's, I don't know, I didn't expect it to be like this, like the outside to be a bit tough, but it's a bit tough. I mean, it's definitely still paper, but it's a bit more tougher. So really excited to read this. The next manga I'll be talking about is one that I ran into online because I was just again trying to see like new manga to read, new animes to watch, and I saw this one had an anime and a manga. So I'm like, okay, let me read the manga first, because I have seen this manga actually even before getting into manga. I've seen this like pretty much everywhere. I saw a lot of people liking this series, and so now that I'm like really into manga, I'm like, you know what, I've seen a lot of people like this series, so like let me give it a go. And I saw that they have these complete collection edition, and there's only like 2 of them, so it's like, I think the whole series in total, I know the series is more than 5 volumes, but they have this complete collection. It basically breaks up all the single volumes into like 2 big ones. So I decided to opt for that. So, and that series, and it also has an anime. I think I already mentioned that, but yeah, it has an anime. And that series is Orange. And again, I've seen this even before getting into manga. I remember seeing this on like the shelves. I remember seeing like people reading this and really liking it. And so now that I'm into manga, I'm like, okay, let me give it a go, because I've really seen this everywhere. And it's basically about this girl. She's in 11th grade and she gets this letter from her future self who's like, hey, you need to watch out because there's some things that are gonna happen and you need to change them around. And she's like, yeah, right. And literally when she starts reading the letter is like, okay, this kid is gonna come to your class. And she's like, okay, sure. The teacher goes, okay, this kid is coming to our class. And she goes, okay, let me actually take this letter very seriously. And she's like, yeah, this guy's name is da-da-da. The teacher, he's like, okay, his name is da-da-da. And she's like, and like, it just, the letter basically, as she reads it more and more, it just like reveals more of like what is happening in real time to her. Obviously because it's from her future self. Yeah, it takes off from there. I haven't read much other than that. And it's been really interesting. Again, I love the art style of this one too. It's intriguing, like receiving a letter from your future self that's telling you like, yo, you need to change these events, like there's some things that are gonna go down, you know. And the art style too, and like the characters are actually pretty funny too as well, like again from the few pages that I read. So I'm excited to read this. I already ordered volume or the second collection, which would be like the last one. That one's supposed to come this month too as well, with another manga that I ordered. So yeah, that won't be featured in this haul, maybe in like a vlog or something. Yeah, I have the first what do they call it, the complete collection. So the first one, iconic. Again, literally seen this everywhere. Oh, I'm covering like the bow, but yeah, seen this cover everywhere, and it's so beautiful too. And again, I plan to read it first and then watch the anime. So yeah, excited for that. So the next series, I got it again completed, and this one I collected 3 and 5 from eBay, and then 1 and 2 were from thrifted books. So that series, and I swear I'm probably gonna butcher this name, it is called Komomo Confiserie. But this is the manga. Look how cute it is. Oh my gosh, like look at it. Just look at it. Look how cute it is. So this series is about a girl named Komomo, and she is a princess. Like, family's rich, she, you know, lives the rich lifestyle, but she is obsessed with sweets. Like, sweets are her thing. Sweets are what calm her down, and sweets especially made by Natsu, who is the chef's son, she absolutely loves. Like, she'll literally order him late in the night and is like, hey, make me some sweets. And he's like, you should go to bed. And she's like, excuse me, I said make me sweets, so you gotta make me sweets. And he's like, okay, a little bit of a bully. And so basically he makes her sweets, and she just feels so relieved when she has the sweets that he makes, because like they just for some reason bring her peace. And he obviously enjoys it too, to some degree. He obviously doesn't like the bullying that she does towards him, but he does like the fact that he finds joy in eating his sweet. But sadly, one day the chef has to leave. He goes to France to, like, I think for another job or just to expand his like culinary skills, and obviously he has to leave with his son. Komomo is sad, and she's like, oh my gosh, no, don't leave, you know. And then things kind of turn upside down for her, because her family, they lose the money. She has to live with this random lady and has to pay rent, and she has to have a job, but she keeps getting fired from all these jobs because she either eats on the job, or she's not, you know, very punctual, or she just messes up something at every job that she like has. And so life is just tough for her until the chef's son Natsu comes back, and now he is like popping off. Like, he has his own restaurants, he's like, you know, like he's living a good life. And he runs into her, and she's like, uh-oh, no, you cannot see me like this. And he's like, oh wait, hold up, I remember you. And she's like, no you don't. No you don't. And so basically they make a deal where she has to work for him in order, like, he will pay her money, like, and give her a house and everything, but she has to work for him. And so she's like, damn, I gotta work for the chef's son. But the chef's son's popping off, so she has no choice. And her family, again, like, quite literally abandoned her once they ran out of money and whatnot, and she's like determined to go back to, like, you know, her like lifestyle. So yeah, the story takes off from there. I found it again online. I was just searching through trying to figure out what type of new mangas I can read. This one isn't new. This was actually made in like 2016, or was it 2017? Oh, actually even older, 2013. So yeah, this was a 2013 release. It's really good, and I just, again, love the art. I love the premise of the story. So yeah, I'm just really excited to read this, and I have it all, like, the series is completed. So again, I have volume 1 here. I think I already showed it, but whatever, I'm gonna show it again. I have volume 1, and then I got volume 2. Look at this, so beautiful, and it's so like colorful too. I just love how colorful it looks. And then I got volume 3. This one's like kind of my favorite in terms of looks. Like, it's so cute, the orange like pops off. And then we got volume 4. This one again is so cute. And then we got volume 5, the final one. This one's absolutely adorable. Oh my gosh. Like, it's just screaming sweets. And yeah, I'm really excited to actually read this one. The next, and actually this is the last manga series I have here. I saw this particular manga series on this other manga YouTuber's channel, and she's always talked about how much she loves this series, how it's so great and whatnot. And so I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to give it a try. This mangaka released a one-shot just this year actually, and or was it last? It may have been last year, but I feel like it was this year. Dogs punch bag dogs, something like that. I'll put the name of it here because I can remember. I have my eye on that one, and I actually was planning on buying that one, but that one's a little bit expensive, especially for a one shot. But then again, it's like, I don't know how many pages, so it's a lot of content, so I'm like, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that one I was really looking forward to reading it, and I didn't know that the manga series that I bought is by the same mangaka as that one. And then there's another series called is it Gods That Lie or something like that. Again, I'll put the series up here. That is also another one shot by the same mangaka. Again, that's another one that I want to read too as well. By that same mangaka, I got this completed series too as well. It's only 3 volumes, so pretty easy to collect. And that series is called Golden Sheep. And so basically, this is a story about a girl who comes back to her hometown after like, I think a couple of years, and things have like changed from when she was there. You know what? I'll just read the back of the book. Tuzuku Mikura, a high schooler who loves to play guitar, had to move away from the rural town where she had spent her childhood due to family circumstances. After several years, she's back in her old hometown. She reunites with her childhood friends Sora, Yushin, and Asari, the friends she had buried a time capsule with back in elementary school. Tuzuku is overjoyed to be with her friends once more, but the bonds that she thought would never change have in fact started to grow major cracks. And I remember, again, I read the first couple of pages. It starts off pretty strong. Some trigger warnings with like, you know, self-harm, and I don't know, like that was pretty much not within like the first page, but like in like, well, kind of like in the first couple pages you see that. Nothing explicit or nothing really like crazy, but like you can tell like the intention of like the character. Other than that, it just seems really interesting. And again, this cover, I don't know, again, it's so, I just love this. Something about this just sticks out, and like her with the guitar and the sunset in the back, the mountains, just, it looks so good. So yeah, this is volume 1. The feel of this manga, it's like paper but not paper. It's like a bit rough but not like so rough. Like, it's hard to explain. If you like touch this manga, then I think you know what I mean, but like it's just really interesting. But anyway, so this is volume 1. Very cute. And then this is the side, and then we got the back. Okay, so there's that. And then we have volume 2. I hope I said 1 for the other one. This one's really cute. I like this one. And then I especially like the back. The old man. So yeah, there's that. And then we have the final volume, which is volume 3. This one again is very cute. Back. And yeah. So that is the last manga series and the last manga actually that I collected. Again, I have volume 2 of Orange, or the second edition to the complete collection of Orange, that's coming sometime this month. I think either next week or the week after that, so that will probably be included in like a vlog. And then the other manga that I ordered was Daytime Shooting Star. That one, again, by the same manga too that's recommending the Golden Sheep, also was always talking about how she loves Daytime Shooting Star. So I'm like, I need to collect this, and started again reading the like couple of pages, the first few pages. Absolutely loved it. I'm like, okay, this is definitely up my alley. And that one is, I think, 12 volumes, so I'm just gonna take my time collecting it, and once I collect it, then I'll read it. So yeah, and that's another thing too I've realized with just collecting manga, is that I like to collect like just in big quantities rather than to just here and here. But like 4 of the series that I want to get, I'm gonna probably have to collect bit by bit, which is fine. And okay, so I was gonna talk about the giveaway book that I got from Goodreads. Technically it's not from Goodreads. I mean, it was from Goodreads, but like the Publisher is Simon Teen, and I have the letter here. So it basically says, "Dear reader, congratulations on winning a copy of This Could Be Forever by Ebony Ladeli. Please share your thoughts after you're done reading. Make sure to tag Simon Teen if you post on social media. Happy reading, Simon Teen Team." So yeah, the book, as I had already said, is called This Could Be Forever. And this was actually like, it was crazy because I was again looking on Goodreads. I'm like, okay, is there any other like new books out there that have been published like I'm wanting to like read? And I saw this one. I'm like, okay, this is pretty interesting. I saw they have a giveaway. I entered into the giveaway. I'm like, you know, I've entered into many other giveaways and you know, it's whatever. Never won them. Well, technically I did win one, but it was like a really long time ago and I don't think I ever read it or posted about it. When I saw that I won the giveaway this time, I'm like, oh my gosh, this time I'm definitely gonna read the book because it's again up my alley and I definitely will. I feel like it's a book that I would like actually like. And again, the title is This Could Be Forever by Ebony Ladeli. This one is so cute. Okay, so it kind of came very like, I'm not gonna lie, pretty rough. Like there's like a tear here. I don't know if you can see the tear. Does it show? Yeah, there's like the tear there, and then like the back too. It's like kind of see like the dirt, and yeah, I don't know where it's been or how they tussled with it, but there's that. And then this is basically the, ooh, I didn't actually see this. Look at this side. Oh my gosh, fabulous. Oh, the lighting's kind of, oh yeah, you can see it here. Look at that, forever. That's so cute. I didn't even see that. Okay, well, we just discovered something new together. So basically, the story is about a girl named Deja and a boy named Raj. Deja, African-American, they're both college freshmen. Yeah, she wants to study chemistry, start her own company for natural skincare products. Yeah, that's her. And then we got Raj here, who he's passionate about art and he wants to own his own tattoo shop. They're both going to the University of Maryland, different paths, and they join paths together and they start crushing on each other. Oh, his parents want him to study engineering and they have like this arranged marriage for him, but he don't want it and he wants Deja wants him. You know how it goes. So yeah, the story's about that, and I just think it's really beautiful to read like interracial like stories and whatnot, and just like seeing people's like cultures combined and like clash and whatnot. So, and especially these two are like very young, like college freshmen, so I'm excited to read and see where this goes. Like I just think it's so cute, and the cover's really nice too, you know. I just feel like I really wish that it wasn't so like, you know, tethered and kind of beat up looking, but it's okay. Like I got the book, that's all that matters. And it's crazy too because again, like I added it to my Goodreads list and I was even contemplating on buying it, but I'm like, damn, $17. Like, you know, when you're buying manga compared to like these type of books, it's like price difference is crazy. That is all the manga and the one book that I have collected mainly throughout the month of June, but again, we're in the month of July, so we're just gonna say July. I'm just so excited really to read some of them. Some of them I'm excited to continue on collecting, like Dreaming Sun, Orange I'm excited to have, and oh, Princess Jellyfish too as well. So yeah, there's just a lot of good series that I have, and the completed ones, the standalone ones, I can't wait to read those too as well. Now that I'm finally just free from school for like a while I would say, I just have more time now to like just, you know, film and just vlog and just do all the things I really wanted to do but like couldn't. If there are any mangas that you have collected throughout the month of June, let me know. Or if there's any books that you have currently bought, let me know. What books you're excited to read, what books have you already read that you've been enjoying or not enjoying, you know, rant about that too. I just love hearing your guys' thoughts and opinions, and I really do appreciate all your guys' comments. Like whenever I see a comment from anyone, I'm just like, oh my god, you know, like so excited. I just want to thank every new person that has joined my channel. Just thank you so much for that, and I just really hope to like grow this like channel into like a big community of just like not only manga like readers, but just people who just love to read in general, and just, you know, cultivate like a good vibes, like good wholesome community. Really, just that's really my aim, is just to have like a wholesome community online, you know. Thank you all again for just, you know, taking the time to watch my videos and enjoying my videos, subscribing, liking, and commenting. Like thank you so much for all of that, and until next time, bye bye.